All right, so welcome back, everybody. Does anybody know what we're doing today? Let's see if there's a hand that can tell me what we're doing today. Oh, I see one at Piney Grove right there in the front. Let's see.
Taekwondo.
Taekwondo? Not yet. Almost. Today we're going to learn about mindfulness. Does anybody know what mindfulness is? No, so everyone's going to learn something new today. Well, Miss Moses is here from the School Health Alliance, and she's going to teach us a little bit about mindfulness and teach us some yoga poses. And over at Spees and Morgan Elementary, I know you guys have done some yoga, so we're going to learn a little bit more and have some fun with it. All right, so we're going to pass it over to Miss Moses right now.
All right, thank you. It's so good to see everybody. This, I guess it's still morning, so let me share my screen. Everybody can see this. All right. Perfect. I think everybody can see it. Can I get a thumbs up if you guys can see the presentation?
Let's see those thumbs up.
Thank you. All right, so as Mr. Zach said, I'm Miss Moses, and for those of you guys who are at Ashley Academy, that's usually where I am during the school year. I'm the therapist over there, and so it's good to see you guys. But today, as Mr. Zach said, we're going through mindfulness, and at the very end, I'm excited because we get to do a few yoga poses, and I'm going to actually be back with you guys next week, and we're going to put it all together. So it sounds like nobody knows what mindfulness is yet, so I'm excited to tell you guys about it. Mindfulness is when we take the time to notice what is going on in the present moment. So let's see here. Can one person tell me what our five senses are?
Let's see, do we have some hands at, oh, I see a hand at Spees Elementary. Can you guys tell us what the five senses are?
Nose, ear, smell, touch, sense, and see.
That's great. Yes. Yeah, you got most of them. That's a great job. So the five senses we have are smell, touch, taste, sight or seeing, and sound, where we hear. So when we're being mindful, we're paying attention to how we are experiencing or what's going on in the world through our five senses. So let's take a moment to be mindful. I want you to think about the answers to these questions in your head. So we're not going to have anybody raise their hands yet or anything, but I want you to think about these in your head. So what does it smell like where you are? It looks like a lot of you guys are in the gym. So does it smell like the gym? Does it remind you of PE class? What are you touching with your hands? So some of you guys are sitting on the ground or in chairs, so you might feel underneath your hands, you might feel the ground, or you might feel the side of the chair, or maybe you might have your hands in your lap, so you're feeling your legs. Can you taste anything right now? You probably can't, since you guys aren't eating anything, but taste is definitely a part of experiencing your five senses. And the next question is, what do you see when you look around? So you guys are seeing, it looks like there's some flags at one of the schools. It looks like you could see maybe the gym floor, you can see each other, you can see me. And what do you hear? So you're probably hearing me. Maybe you're hearing the air vent coming on. So there's probably a lot of sounds that you guys are hearing. So when we're being mindful, we are experiencing all of our senses, and so that way we're fully present and paying attention to what's happening in the moment. So one of the things that I talk to the kids at Ashley a lot about is we talk about what happens in our bodies when we are upset. So when we get upset or we get frustrated or we feel sad, or even when we feel happy, we have to pay attention to what's going on in our bodies. So oftentimes our bodies are going to tell us what is going on and how we're feeling. So if you guys talk to Miss Alyssa came, I think, on a few weeks ago. She talked about different things that happen in your body when you're upset. So for me, my heart starts racing, or things might sound a little loud to you when you get upset. Can somebody give me an example? I just need one person to tell me about the last time they were upset and what happened in their body.
Let's see. Did I see a hand at Ashley Elementary?
No hands up?
Let's see. I see a hand at Piney Grove. Can the teacher get that student? I can't tell who that is.
That one?
No, it's big.
Allison.
Hi.
Hi. The last time when I was upset was when I had to finish some overdue homework.
Oh yeah, I would be upset about that too. Did you feel, when you were upset about your overdue homework, did you feel it somewhere in your body? Did you feel any kind of stress? Like, did your hands get clammy or anything?
I started to like stress out.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
kept on doing this.
You kept on doing what? Oh, I hear you.
Some heavy
Thank you so much
breathing.
for sharing.
You're
That's great. Yeah, so that's a good example of how sometimes when we get upset that things are happening in our bodies. So sometimes we also might feel butterflies in our tummy, and I think Miss Alyssa also talked about that a few weeks ago. So today we're going to actually learn some yoga poses, and it sounds like some of the groups, some of the schools have already learned some of the poses, which is great. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some of them in a few minutes, but I'm going to talk about how yoga and mindfulness all connect. So does anyone know what countries yoga came from? This one might be a hard one, but does anybody know? Looks like
I see a
somebody.
hand at Steve.
Yeah.
I don't know what the country is called, but I think it might be like the people who have Chinese food.
Oh, that is a good guess. Thank you. Yeah, the countries that yoga is from are India and Pakistan, and both of those are in Southeast Asia. I bet it looks like Spies has some flags that are hanging up, so I wonder if one of your teachers can show you which one the Indian flag is. But that is a really great guess that you had. So a big part of yoga is mindfulness. So if mindfulness means that we're paying attention to what is happening in the moment in our bodies, when we are doing yoga, we are paying attention to what is happening when we go into certain yoga poses. So we might feel a certain way, like our bodies might feel a certain thing, like when we put our hands down on the ground, we're feeling the ground. Or, you know, sometimes people have a nice candle burning when they have yoga class, so you might be smelling the candle. So all these different things happen. But how does that relate to what's going on in your life? So can somebody tell me a time they were upset with a friend or sibling?
Let's see. Do we have anybody at, let's see. Ashley, do you guys have any times that you've been upset with a sibling? At Ashley Elementary?
Oh, Ashley's quiet today.
How about Morgan Elementary? Do you guys have? Oh, I think I saw a hand come up at Morgan.
My sister spilled water all over one of my pictures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would be really upset about that too. Thanks for sharing. Maybe we can get one more, Mr. Zach?
Friend or sibling? My sister.
My brother threw slime on the floor and
he told my mom that it was actually my fault.
Aw, that
Hey,
sounds like no
Erica, is that
fun.
sibling there with you right now?
Thank you guys for sharing. So yeah, so a part of when we get upset with our siblings or our friends is that we have to pay attention to how we are feeling so we can respond in a nice way. It's so easy to want to push somebody or yell at them when we get upset, but when we're being mindful, we're able to pay attention and know that we're upset, and we can handle it in a way that's kind and caring towards that person and towards ourselves. So let's go over and let's get started on some yoga. So we are going to be learning on paying attention to what's happening in our own bodies. So does everybody have a spot, let's see, on the floor to sit crisscross applesauce? It looks like quite a few of the schools are already doing that. Maybe it's just Ashley that needs to find a spot on the floor for crisscross applesauce. Thank you guys. Y'all are doing great. Everybody looks good. So everybody needs to sit crisscross applesauce on the floor. All right, and let me stop sharing my screen so I will be bigger. There we go. All right. So we are going to try some different things here. Let me get my screen adjusted. All right, perfect. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to learn how to take a deep, big breath. So what I want everybody to do is, can you put your hands on your knees? Let me see if I can push my screen out a little further. Can everybody put their hands on their knees? Good job. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a deep breath in, and I'm going to count to 3, and then everybody's going to let it go, all right? So let's take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, hold it, and then we'll let it back out. And let's try it one more time together. So we're gonna take a big breath in, 1, 2, 3, and then let it all out. All right, so the next pose that we're actually gonna try is we are gonna try what's called cat-cow. So let me see if I can get my screen. All right, so everybody, what I need you to do is I want you to get on your hands and knees. Can everybody get on their hands and knees? Let's see. It looks like over at Morgan Elementary, they're figuring it out. And it looks like at Ashley, they're figuring out. All right, everybody's looking great. So with cat-cow, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna turn to the side here, is that with a cow, you know how cows have big bellies? So we're going to drop our bellies down into the cow shape and put your heads up. Looks like everybody's doing a good job. Very good. So now we're going to come back up and be a cat. So you guys might have cats at home, and the cats are going to arch their back. And so we're going to take a deep breath in. Everybody's looking great. All right. Perfect. So the next one we're going to try, and again, all this is in preparation for next week, is called child's pose. So with child's pose, I want everybody to sit their bottoms to their ankles. Can I see everybody try and put their bottoms to their ankles? Sit on your knees. Let's see. Looks like everybody's doing a good job with that. All right, so everybody's got their bottoms to their ankles. So we're going to stick our arms up in the air. Can everybody stick their hands up? Perfect. All right, and we're going to come down and lay our stomachs on top of our knees, and we're going to stretch our bodies. Let's see.
Good job, everybody. I see everybody at Piney Grove doing it.
Yeah, that's great. Everybody's definitely doing a great job. All right, so perfect. All right, so now we are going to do downward facing dog. So this one is going to be like an upside down V. So you guys are all in school, so you know what a V looks like when you're reading your books. But for this, we're going to be upside down. So what I want everybody to do is I want everybody to get on their hands. Let's see. I want everybody to come and stand like this. Let's see. Perfect. It looks like everybody's
Good
doing
job.
a
I
great
see all the
job.
schools doing really well.
Yeah, they are. I'm really impressed. You guys already know everything. All right. So we're going to just stay like this for just a second. Feels good. All right. Come back down to your knees. Perfect. Thank you. And we are actually, you know what? Before we come down to our knees, can everybody stand up for me? I'm going to stay on my knees, but I want everybody else to stand up.
All right, everyone, let's stand up really quick.
Good job. Looks like Speeds is a little, there we go. Speeds is getting up. Perfect. Everybody's doing great. So I want everybody to stick their arms up in the air, and we're going to do a banana pose. So I want you to turn your body and go one direction at the top. Good job. Everybody's doing really great. All right, and then we're going to go to the other direction. Perfect. Everybody looks so good. All right. The last thing we're going to do today is I want everybody to sit down on their bottoms for our final thing today. Can I get everybody to sit down with me? Perfect. Looks like everybody's doing great. So the last thing we're going to do is there is a special word that ends every yoga practice, and the word is Namaste. And what that means is that it means the light in me honors the light in you, which basically means that I see something special in you guys, and I hope you see something special in me. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our hands together. Has everybody got their hands together? Put your palms together. I want you to put it straight on the middle of your chest. And we're going to take a bow together, and I'm going to say Namaste. And then I want everybody else to say Namaste after me. All right, so let's bow together. Namaste. Good job. I'm really impressed. You guys know everything. You guys are going to be ready for next week when we put it all together. So what I want everybody to remember over the next week is mindfulness, where we're paying attention to what's going on around us and how we're experiencing the world through our five senses. And so next week when we get back together, we're going to do one whole yoga flow, and we're going to practice mindfulness while we do that, okay? All right, well, it was nice meeting you guys, and I look forward to seeing y'all next week, okay? Bye.
All right, good job, everybody. That was really good. And can we all say thank you to Miss Moses? Here,
Thank
let's
you.
try this. On the count of three, everyone say namaste, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good
Namaste.
job. All right, well, we will see you guys later.